And hello and welcome. I'm the Lady Tyra Chalet, a multimedia personality, PR professional, and social justice activist. My mission is to harness the power of media, arts, and edutainment to inform, improve, inspire, and impel meaningful change. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by David Robertson, Senior Publicist and CEO of the David brand. David is an award-winning publicist whose work has garnered accolades such as an NAACP Image Award and recognition at the Stellar Awards. His company, the David brand, represents leading talent and has made a significant impact in the media and entertainment industry. Today, we'll explore David's journey, his insights into the world of media and PR, and the incredible work he's done to amplify voices and shift narratives. So, welcome, David. Thank you so much for being here. Could you share your journey into public relations and media and what inspired you to start the David brand and how it has evolved since its inception in 2016?
Awesome. Well, first off, thank you, Tyra, so much for the invitation. I'm originally from Detroit, and I remember working at an event for a church that I grew up in, and we did an event. It was called One in Worship. I was part of like the transportation handling talent and all of that. Um, I remember seeing just the lights and the cameras and the action and just saying, what is this and how do I do more of it?
Yeah.
I started to just volunteer at different red carpet events and just kind of see the process, start, networking and make myself known and meeting the other key players and all of that. A little over 10 years later.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yes, that is wonderful. I can definitely vouch for you being one to be remembered. So again, thank you. So your company's work contributed to the NAACP Image Award. What does this achievement mean to you personally and professionally?
The way that it happened was I was working with a client with the Clark sisters. They had a new album. And we were just working on different publicity effect things and trying to do different things. And the Image Awards just was not on the radar. Just really wasn't. But I was very adamant of hey, we should do this. We should do this. And we need to get this done. We need to submit. And we did this because I think there's a chance and yada, yada, yada. And it was right around the time of their movie coming out as well. So we did it. And so they won Outstanding Gospel Christian Album.
Wow.
And so they won that. So here it is.
Yeah. That is beautiful. So I do know that you represented 5 talents at the Stellar Awards, which is an incredible milestone as well. Can you tell us about that experience and how it reflects your company's mission?
You're right. It's interesting when those moments happen because I remember going to the Stellars, and the very first time I went, I was escorting Byron Cage, and he was making a lot of introductions for me. Then on, I kind of kept going back every year. Things started to grow with other clients. So I want to say, I think last year, Sean Mitchell, Ricky Dillard, Karen Clark Sheard, J.P. Moore.
Wow.
Lucinda Moore. It gets busy. Honestly, you just have to be a master of multitasking. You have to be a master of scheduling. You have to be a master of communication. And you have to be a master of patience. I think one of the biggest things that I learned through all of that is flexibility and staying calm. Just staying calm and rolling with the punches. And long as you're calm, the talent can stay calm. Yeah. So it really was a testament, though, of just feeling really blessed that I'm just knowing that there was a lot of parties and events that I was asking, can somebody add me as a +1? Yeah. And then now going to those same events where my name is on the list.
Your name is on the list, Dave.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I will say that takeaway for me, the mood you are in and patience, 2 key elements, making sure that you're in a positive mind state. Just a couple of more questions.
Sure.
How do you see the role of media in amplifying marginalized voices and creating meaningful change?
Absolutely. I think it's so important to have media to propel our truths, right? Whatever that marginalized community is. It's interesting. When I've worked on a couple of films, PR campaigns, and one of the things that like Paramount, Warner Brothers, all of them, Disney, what they'll do is if they have a film, they'll hire different agencies that engage different types of media. So they'll hire an agency that goes to AA media, which is Black media.
Sure.
They'll have another one that goes to like Latinx, so there's an Hispanic community, that there's media outlets and celebs in that arena. Then there's also like another one that Asian and Island Pacific.
Gotcha.
All of which have their own celebrities, have their own media outlets, and their own conversations. So I think it's really important that even if we have certain things like elections, certain things like, political drama or whatever, there are people that I can speak to you and say, hey, listen, and especially with us Black people, we have our own language sometimes without even saying a word, that we can know how, like, hey, we may not know each other, but we may know each other in a sense of like how a lot of our families were raised.
Sure.
So we can have kind of a similar conversation of saying, hey, this is coming down the pipeline. It's important to know what this means and share this with our community. I think one person is doing a phenomenal job of it and is really making major headways is Representative Jasmine Crockett, where
Yeah.
she is really breaking down a lot of the laws and the bills that are being passed and things, and then she's breaking it down to her constituents and her community as a Black woman. And I think that is important. She makes it plain that we can understand. And then once we understand it from the language of speaking our own language, then we'd be able to make the decision of how we want to feel based on the information that's given.
Absolutely. Thank you. And David, thank you so much for sharing. I just really want to appreciate you for that, with your incredible journey and insights. Your work is truly inspiring, and it's clear that the David's brand is making a profound impact. So before we wrap up, is there a final message or piece of advice you'd like to share with me and those looking to make a difference through media and advocacy? And also let us know how we can follow you and obtain more information regarding you, okay?
Everything is about relationship.
Yeah.
And like it or not, you're never off the clock.
Yeah.
The only time you are off the clock is when you are at home and by yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah. In PR, outside of any other industry, like PR, we have no physical product.
True.
I can't hand you my product. The only thing that I can offer you is my relationships. So understand that as you grow in PR, your only product is relationships. So perception, even their perception of you, you are a walking brand. So be mindful of that. And secondly, because it's always about your network, great networking is understanding a person and see what you can bring to their table. Be an effective network that builds your network and your relationships. Be great at giving.
Thank you, David. And I always say I am the table, but whatever I can bring to your table, please let me know. And I appreciate our relationship, and I appreciate your insight, your time, and inspiration. This conversation has truly been enriching to me, and I'm excited to share your incredible story with others. And I'm wishing you all the continued success and all that you can do, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyra.
Thank you. And you have an amazing rest of the day in excellence that you are.
Thank you. You as well, my friend. You as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you.